Hi, in this lesson we will learn how to make custom reports using the landing page template. So as you can see, we are in the GA4 property right now, and we will head over to the reports and we will click detailed report. From here we will click the landing page. For the first example, let's say you want to know the traffic that is coming from a specific medium like the organic medium. So for that we will start by changing the dimension, and here we will add the landing page plus query string, and we will make it as default and hit apply. After that we will go ahead and change the metrics. So for now we don't need these three metrics, we are okay with these, and you can also add something like views per user or something like that, and then hit apply. So these are the metrics and dimension that we want. And now to build the filter we will do something like medium. So like the session medium exactly matches organic, and hit apply. So this will give you the data that how many sessions are happening over time for different pages. And if you don't want the session to be the primary metric, you want like the number of active users, so click this, and you can also like drag it to the top and just hit apply. And now it will show you the users over time and the number of active users per different pages. You can also make it like you want to know the different sources, so you can do session source as a secondary dimension, and it will show you all the different places where the people are coming from. So this was your first example, and as always you can always create a card by adding your dimensions, your metrics, visualization, and your chart filter, and hit apply, and that will give you the card that you can use in our overview reports. So that's it for the first example. Let's move on to the second example. For the second example, let's say you want to know the traffic for organic medium, but you want to exclude Google. So you want to know how many people are coming from websites that are like search engines that are not Google. So for that we will just first make the filter, and the filter would be, first we want to know the people coming from organic medium. So for that we will do session medium exactly matches organic, and the second condition would be session source does not exactly match Google. So this will exclude Google, but it will show all other organic sources. So let's hit apply, and now we are seeing the traffic for different pages, but it doesn't include the Google. So to find out what are those sources, you can do add secondary dimension such as session source, and this will tell you that okay, DuckDuckGo is the next best source after Google. So that's this thing. That's it for the second example. Let's move on to the third example now. So for the third example, let's say you want to know the total number of views coming to these pages, and you want to know from a particular medium, so like referral, and the people who are coming from a specific country, so like United States or something like that. So for that let's build the filter. First we want to know people who are coming from a specific medium, so we will do medium exactly matches referral, and the second condition is country exactly matches United States, and let's hit apply. Okay, so this will give you the data. Let's go and change some metrics. So we will remove these, and we want to know the views. So for views we can just write views, and it will give you the views per session. Let's hit apply, and this is your data. So this page is getting the most number of session, that is only 2, like everybody else is getting one So like this is something that you can do. Obviously, like in your website, if you're targeting social media specifically or referral mediums, then it will give you much more comprehensive data. But this is just an illustration of how you can make it. So that's it for the third example. Now let's move on to the exercise. So the exercise is that suppose your website is tracking links from different places using UTM parameters. So like you have added like the source, the campaign name and the medium, and you want to know which campaign is bringing the most amount of users to your website. You also want to compare this data from last month's data. So what dimensions, metrics and filters would you apply to make this report? Think about it a little, and when you're done, we will go ahead and make the reports. So in this exercise, there are three things that we need to do. The first thing is that we need to know the campaign that is bringing the most amount of users and the total number of users, and we also want to do the comparison. So as you may know, we can only do comparison once we have saved the report. So we will do other two things here, and when we will save it, I will show you how you can make comparison. So for this, we will take landing page and query string as our. So as you can see here, you also have page path plus query string and screen class. You can also do this but in the page path template obviously. But yeah, for now we only need landing page plus query string. We will make this default. And for the metrics, we want to know the total number of users. So we will do total users and drag this, and we will remove all of these that we don't want. So for now, that is total users is our primary metric, and we can also remove this new users and hit apply. So okay, so now we have something to work with. Now is the time for filter. So we have to make a filter that tells you about the campaigns, and obviously if you don't have like any UTM parameters set up or something like that, then you will not be able to track this. So for the parameters, you can actually use this tool. So this is called campaign URL builder, and I will include the link to this in the description so that you can check it out. So for that, like for this example, I've just made this URL, and I have actually pasted this URL into LinkedIn so that I can track the total number of users coming from there. And you can add the source or medium campaign name. So for this lesson, we will track the campaign name. So you can do anything, and you can also fill in these other if they are relevant to you. So now that we know this, we can go ahead and do session campaign exactly matches, and we have two campaigns. So I will select both of these and just hit apply. So now you can see there are only two URLs because there are two different campaigns and two different parameters. So these are the URLs. And now suppose you forgot where the people are coming from, so you can do session source, and then it will tell you the places where people are coming from. So for this URL, people are coming from LinkedIn, and for this URL, people are coming from YouTube, and these are the total number of users. You can just see this. And now is the time for comparison. So I have launched this campaign like less than a month ago, so I don't have a lot of data, but I can show you similar thing in the demo account so that you will get an understanding. So in the landing page report of the Google merch shop, the demo account, we won't have the same campaigns, right? Their campaigns will be different. So we will make a filter that tells us the session campaigns, and we will select some random campaigns. So I just want to show you the comparison. So we will select the people coming from Google Analytics demo account, I guess. So we will do this and hit apply. So this will give you the data for different campaigns. Now obviously we can't change the dimension, but we can add a secondary dimension, that is session source. And it seems like everybody is coming from Google, so let's just remove it. Okay, so now for the comparison, we will like toggle this compare button. By default, it will do the month on month comparison, so we will hit apply. and there you go, it's your comparison. So now you have like everything seems to be increased. So this is your data, and you can see that okay, this node set 1 has the most amount of sessions and they have increased by like 50%. So this is something like you can do, and this is for the exercise, and I hope this helps you get an understanding of how you can make reports using the landing page template, and you can also make reports for your own purposes. If you have any problems around this, then let me know and I would love to help you.